What if I told you that the sun will set for the final time in America's northernmost city on November 18th? It's a real thing. It's going to happen. It's a phenomenon known as polar night. We're going to get all into why this happens through the next couple of minutes, but I like to know, could you go a month or more without seeing the sun come above the horizon? We, of course, live in the Sunshine State. We love the sunshine. There's a comment section at the bottom of the description of what polar night is at the bottom of this story. Post in the comments. I love to know if you could do it or not. Okay, so from November 19th through January 22nd, the town formerly known as Barrow, Alaska, is not going to see the sun come above the horizon through that entire stretch. Now, it could get close and likely will observe a twilight period where it gets a little bright, but the sun never comes above the horizon. And again, that's going to be from a period from November 19th all the way until January 21st. On the 22nd, the sun finally peaks above the horizon. The length of their day, by the way, on the 22nd is only about 37 seconds. So it's going to be a rough go of things if you like sunlight in parts of northern Alaska. So here's the deal. The phenomenon, again, called polar night, and it affects anywhere that is north of that polar circle, the Arctic Circle. So you see that dashed line there, that roughly estimates where the Arctic Circle is to get the phenomenon known as polar night. Now, we have the seasons because the Earth is on a tilt, roughly at 23.5 degrees on its axis. So this is why we get the seasons, and this is why we get the phenomenon known as polar night, because as we head towards winter, the winter solstice later in December, the Earth is tilted away from the sun. So this is kind of highlight what's going on here. The sun, of course, in the middle, and then there are the positions around the sun that we get the autumnal equinox, which is the first day of fall, and then what we're concerned with here is the winter solstice, the first day of winter, of course, and again can occur on anywhere from the 21st to 22nd of December. So you see there, as we move through the first day of winter, and as we've been doing since we've started fall, that tilt is further and further away from the sun. So right at the Arctic Circle there, we are completely tilted out of the sunlight. So while the sun at times, as we start polar night and end polar night, will get close to the horizon to give our friends in northern Alaska that twilight feel, how we would see how we would see it into the evening, that's all they get. The sun is never going to come above the horizon from November 19th all the way to January 21st. Again, the next time they will see an official sunrise all the way on January 22nd. Could you do it? Post it in the comment section.